Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. So before I even get into today's video, I do want to apologize for not putting up a video this past Friday. My intention was to put up my mid-month wrap-up for September because I did film that, but things were a little busy that Thursday and a Friday night, and I didn't get a chance to edit that video at work like I normally do, so I didn't put it up. And my intention was to edit it and put it up on Saturday, but I had put it off because I had planned on doing something else, and then that ended up falling through. But then I ended up going and leaving out of the house anyway, so I just didn't have the time, and I was just being lazy as well, so I didn't get that up. And because it is so late, instead of doing two separate wrap-ups, I figured I would just put my wrap-ups all in one video for this month. But anyway, you guys don't care about that, at least for this video. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is the ContemporaryAthon TBR, or my ContemporaryAthon TBR. So I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to post a TBR because I was debating if I was actually going to participate. I mentioned, I believe, in my September TBR that I was planning on doing this, but because I got so off track with my TBR at the beginning of September, or the first half of September, I didn't read a lot of the books that were on my TBR. I was on the fence about participating, but I figured I had all of these books on my TBR for the month, or the majority of these books on my TBR for the month anyway, so I would just go ahead and read them. And if I have a chance, then I will try to slide in those other review books. It's like one or two that I really want to get to, and then the others I can still read them and have reviews up for the majority of those other books before they come out next month. So I did this all out of order, mostly because the readathon will already have started by the time this video goes up. So I'm filming this on the first day of the readathon, which is the 23rd, and this is going to be ending on Sunday, I believe, on the 29th. So it's a week-long readathon like these tend to be. And there are some reading challenges which I will go over quickly. I do believe I have books that will fit the majority, if not all, of the reading challenges, but I did not go based off of the prompts when picking books. Challenge number 1 was to read a 2019 release. Challenge number 2 was to read a contemporary with yellow on the cover. Challenge number 3 is to read a diverse contemporary. Challenge number 4 is to read a contemporary with an illustrated cover. Challenge number 5 is to read a dark/hard-hitting contemporary. Challenge number 6 is to read a contemporary with plants on the cover. And finally, challenge number 7 is to read a contemporary beloved by a member of the book community. Okay, so just quickly going through the books that I'm going to be trying to get to this week. First, I have The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. This is her second novel that she came out with. The first one was The Wedding Date, and the main male character in this book does make an appearance in that first book. I have an audiobook checked out from the library for this one, so I will definitely be reading the audiobook while following along with the book, or maybe doing a mix of both if I have to like listen to it while I'm in the shower and stuff like that. But we will see. I'm gonna try to get the audiobooks done pretty quickly so I can move on to other ones that I don't have audiobooks for. But yeah, this is the first book, and this one has yellow on the cover, and there's also plants on the cover, and it is also a diverse contemporary. So that's 3 out of the 7, I believe. Oh, it's also an illustrated cover. The next book that I have on my TBR for the week is Fumbled by Alexa Martin. This is another one that I've been really meaning to get to, but it just kind of been pushed aside because of other books that I have been wanting to read. No specific reason. I think maybe because it's been on my shelf, and I usually have things in front of where I keep this on my shelf, so I keep forgetting that I have it, but I've been really wanting to read it. Also have an audiobook checked out from the library for this one. This is the book that I'm going to be starting next, or at least audiobook wise, because I do also have an audiobook for this one once I'm done filming for today and start getting ready to go to bed, I'm going to be putting this on, and I'm hoping that I can read this in maybe a day and a half possibly, just so I can get this knocked out and, like I said, move on to something else. But this is another one that could count for multiple challenges. We have a diverse contemporary. I know that the host said that you should try to read a contemporary or diverse contemporary that's different from you. I know the first book, Intercepted, had a biracial main character. I'm not sure if this character is, but I will see. But anyway, it still counts as a diverse contemporary. And there's also yellow on the cover, and this is also an illustrated cover as well. So another book that counts for multiple challenges. Oh, also this is also 2019 release. Almost forgot. So the next one that I have is another one that I've been meaning to read for a while now, for the last few months, or since it came out. I ended up pre-ordering this after hearing lots of different people that I follow read it and really enjoy this one, so I figured I would go ahead and pick it up. So automatically that could count for that challenge. But this is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is another one that will count for multiple challenges, if not all. Well, I don't think this is like a dark or hard-hitting contemporary, but it does count for a 2019 release. It does have yellow on the cover. There's very little yellow, but his jacket does have like little yellow accents on there, if you can see that. This is also a diverse contemporary. The two main characters are both gay, I believe, possibly, or this ends up turning into a gay romance. I don't know all the specifics, but for that it is diverse, and that is specifically different from me. Also, one of the main characters, I believe he's Hispanic, so that's also different for me in a diverse way. Also illustrated cover, and like I already mentioned, this does count for a contemporary that is read or loved by a member of the book community. Also, this one is as well. I recently just saw Steph from Steph's Romance, or Stephanie's Romance Book Talk, just post about this series on Instagram. So this is another one that could count for reading a contemporary that is beloved by someone from the book community. So yeah, this one lots of people have been talking about this specific book. The next one that I have is another one that counts for multiple challenges. I believe the majority of the books that I was planning on trying to read anyway did already count for multiple challenges, so it worked out perfectly. But the next one is The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus. I believe this one might possibly count as a dark / hard-hitting contemporary, but I'm not completely sure. And the last two books that I officially have on my TBR for ContemporaryAthon are both mangas. First, I have Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun by Azumi Tsubaki. This is volume 1 of this manga. I've been meaning to read this for a few months now, really since I picked it up. And the final book that I officially have on my TBR, like I said, is another manga, and this is Food Wars volume 31. Definitely contemporary, and this one came out last month, I believe, and I did not get a chance to pick it up. This is the last official book on my TBR. So with that, actually no, the last official book, I forgot about one, but the last official book on my TBR is going to be Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This has been on my TBR for way too many months now. I've been meaning to read this. I was giving myself a little bit of extra time because I found out that it actually, I guess the release date got pushed back from October to the first week of November. So I have time next month to read it, but I just really want to get it done, and I figured this is the perfect opportunity to read this. I do have a couple other books that I would like to get to. Both of these are technically like review books, and they came out this year. One of the books actually coming out the day that this video goes up, so I really want to get that read and reviewed because obviously I was sent it for a review, and I do want to talk about that, and I was really excited about the book anyway. The first one of the extra books that I have, if I have time to get to them, is obviously Stories from My Timeline by Akilah Hughes. This is nonfiction, so I was kind of wondering if it would technically count as contemporary because it is telling like real life stories. I'm questioning if this would technically count for contemporary, but I think it does. So if I have the time and I'm in the mood to read this, then I will definitely get this read so I can get a review up for this one as well. And the final book that I have that I would like to get to, but this one I'm not completely sure if this one counts as contemporary, because I believe that there are possibly ghosts in the story. So I think that probably like takes it over from contemporary to paranormal. But it is set in a contemporary setting, and I have the feeling that this is more of a mystery than a paranormal because of the ghosts, but I don't know if the ghosts are real or not. That's why I'm like, I want to read this, but I don't know if it officially counts as a contemporary book. So that is Rules for Vanishing by Kate Alice Marshall. So I know that this is going up late, but if you are seeing this and you know the readathon isn't already over or almost over, let me know what some of the books you're planning on reading during this week. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this one. If you like to give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.